Hello everyone. Very good evening to all. I'm Priya Chandak, your host for today's session and also the founder of Eduhub community. So let me introduce you all to Creat-A-Thon. So basically, Creat-A-Thon is a hackathon that encourages participation in the AR community. So we want students not just to see the future of AR, but also to become part of it. So what you all have to do is complete the challenge by creating a simple project guided by us and earn a limited edition backpack by SparkAR and certificate from Facebook. So, our mentor and speaker for today's session is Kshitiz Saini, who is an associate developer in Reskill. So, now I would like to hand over the session to Kshitiz Bhaiya. So, over to you.
Hello everyone, I am Kshitiz here. I am an associate developer at Reskill, GitHub extern, ex GitHub extern, and today we are all here to start learning about SparkAR and see what SparkAR is, what are the future capabilities of SparkAR, how we will start further with SparkAR, and in today's session, first of all, let us summarize what we will do. So what we will do, we will start learning SparkAR. We will just create a basic SparkAR filter, and we will see how to use SparkAR. I'm not guaranteeing that we will be creating a very high advanced level filter, but what we will be doing, we will be creating a simple filter, and we will be seeing how to use SparkAR Studio to create our own AR effect. And further, I will be sharing some of the tutorials which you can use and utilize them further anytime. Okay, so I'm just sharing my screen. So I think my screen is now visible to you all. And if it is visible, do let me know in the comment section. Okay, now the screen is visible on the screen. And let us start from very basics about SparkAR and SparkAR technologies. Also, if you if during the session you face any queries, you just drop a comment in here. And if even if you face any query after the session, so what you can do, you can reach out to me via LinkedIn. I have shared my LinkedIn in the comment section as well, so you can reach out to me via LinkedIn as well, so you can if you have any queries after the session. Okay, so what we will be doing, let us start with today's session and let us see what SparkAR is, what are the other things associated with SparkAR. Okay, so let us start with SparkAR. So today's topic is SparkAR. So what is SparkAR? Do any one of you know about SparkAR? What actually is SparkAR? If anyone knows, do let me know, or I will start it. So what SparkAR is? SparkAR is a AR edit AR creation platform. AR creation platform, and this platform is provided by Facebook team. What Facebook team has provided us is that the AR creation platform is available for Windows or Mac based devices. So these two devices are supported, and after we create the effect, here we are creating the effect on Windows and Mac based devices. What we are doing, we are creating the effect, and the effects are finally visible on our mobile devices. Okay, so this was about SparkAR. This is the final visibility. Yeah, we can say used here. Now coming to the base question, what is AR? So this was the base question here. All of the thing was revolving around AR. And even Akash has also asked the same question. What is AR actually? Okay, so let us see about AR. What AR is. So first of all, before me explaining what AR is, let me tell you about something. I think most of you might have used some of the filters from Snapchat, some of the filters from Facebook, or some of the filters on Instagram. So many of you might have used them. So how tell me in the comment section how many of you have used those filters or those effects that in Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook. So how many of you have used them in the camera? Umang has used. Okay. What about others? Okay. Coding Gandhi, like we or you all have used. Yeah. So those things, those are all AR effects. Okay, those are all the AR effects that we are using. And now let us like summarize AR in simpler words. I think all of you have also heard about a program called Photoshop, and I think some of you have also used it. So Photoshop, what Photoshop is like a program, and like Photoshop program is for editing the photos. But these photos are some of the captured photos, and these are not live photos. Okay, so what AR is also an editing platform, we can say. We can also refer AR as editing platform, and AR is used on live pictures to create something or to preview something completely different. Okay, so this is actually happening with AR is augmented reality. So it makes a sensation of something which actually is not there. So this is completely a different world. If we want to imagine something, we can imagine something, and AR can put it in front of us, even if it is not being there. So this is the actual technology AR is using. And now, what other than AR? Like this was something that I told you. What else we can do with AR? So I think many of you have recently heard about Facebook, and Facebook has renamed itself to Meta. So there is a transition of Facebook to Meta. Do anyone of you know, like Facebook has renamed its parent company to Meta? So what is the thing that is associated with Meta that Facebook is developing? So if you know the thing, do let me know in the comment section. I am waiting for you for 2 minutes to answer, and then we will start further. So what is Meta? Okay, Umang has said metaverse. So meta is related with something called as metaverse. Both virtual and real world we can use. Yeah. So metaverse. What is metaverse? Metaverse is a virtual world, and in metaverse we are in a completely different world. So this transition has happened because the AR technology is booming very much, and even the like IT giants like Facebook are using the metaverse. Or yeah, just like Doctor Strange movie has the idea of metaverse. Yeah, yeah, you can say that among that Doctor Strange movie also has the idea of metaverse. If like I think almost all of you have watched that, and you can see like there was a completely different world. And even some of you might have watched the Ant-Man, and he goes into completely different dimensions when it's so small. So that is also a thing that is completely different dimension, and that is completely out of our like thoughts, or that is not happening really in front of us. So those things, those are like augmented reality. The AR and VR are the technologies behind them that are able to do those things. And let us see some of the other things where like AR is being used. So first of all, we can say that AR is used in like medicals. How in medicals? Because some of you might have heard about the 3D model of a 3D model of a chest, or 3D model of something, 3D model of a body. So these are used to train the students, because they cannot guide the students to operate directly on a human body, and they cannot risk the person's life. So what is now happening in the like medical study is that they are being provided with the AR world, where they are performing some of the operations and see if it is successful or not. even in like the movies or other things like Avatar or Doctor Strange or other movies that like we have recently mentioned, even in designing the theme park rides or other things. Like AR technology is trending everywhere. Like coming to the recent, I think almost all of you also have heard about the IIT graduation ceremony, which happened on AR. So that is also a thing that is happening in the AR and VR world. Even marketing and the companies like Starbucks and other companies are also using the AR technology for their promotion rather than spending a huge amount on advertising and other things. So that is where the AR market is trending, and we can see like every market has involved AR in itself. You can take an example of Lenskart, which was a startup and which sold specs only. And the Lenskart app has also involved the spectacles AR in its app. You can click your photo and you can see how the specs is looking on top of your face. So you can like visualize it and buy it. Even IKEA, which is a furniture brand, has also introduced in its app a feature where you can click photo of your room and see how the furniture adjusts in your room and how good it looks in your room. So AR market is booming and the numbers are going up and up. So now is the perfect time to start working with AR, to see what AR is, to learn AR, and then proceed further with AR. Okay, so like this was a great discussion about AR. Now let us proceed further and like discuss about SparkAR. What SparkAR is, I have mentioned it. So now let us see how to like use the SparkAR, how to download the SparkAR, and then how to proceed further with it. Okay. So let me open a website and I will also share the link with you. So this is the website sparkar.facebook.com/AR studio slash download. I have also shared the link in the chat section. So you can also open the website and you can download the SparkAR Studio. So the SparkAR Studio is available free of cost and there is no charges associated with it. It is completely free of cost, so you can use it very easily and you can like start with it. Also, there are some of the system requirements associated with SparkAR, and you need to be on at least Windows 10 or like Mac OS, which is above its requirements. So I am also sharing the system requirements thing, so you can see if your system is that bit much like optimized or if it supports the minimum requirement. If it supports the minimum requirement, then you can just start with generating the SparkAR Studio effects. Else, what you can do, you can either switch your system or either you can upgrade your system. So these are the minimum system requirements, and these are in the same page. Like you can scroll down and you can see there are system requirements mentioned, and uh, you can start developing your effects if your system has meets the system requirements. Okay, so you can just click the download button and you can start downloading it. After your SparkAR Studio is downloaded, you need to install it in your system and then open the SparkAR Studio. As I have like previously installed the studio, so I will directly open it. But for those who are like new to SparkAR, you need to download it and then you need to open it. So I will wait for like 2 minutes for you to download the studio. And those who have downloaded it, please let me know in the comment section. And then after 2 minutes, if it is taking more time, so what you can do, you can watch the session and you can review the session once again after the creation of the today's effect and today's session. And then you can review it and you can design it after the session as well. And further, if you face any queries, I like shared my LinkedIn with you. You can connect with me over there. Okay, so I am waiting for 2 minutes for you to download the SparkAR Studio. Also install it and open it like Umang and Coding Xno. Also open it and then let us wait for others as well for 2 minutes and then we will start. Okay, I think we can start the session now. Most of you might have downloaded. I have also received the confirmation from Umang and from Coding Ethno. Even if your download is taking some time, what I will do in the very beginning, I will be guiding you about the basics of the SparkAR Studio. So we will not be developing the effect for the next 5 to 10 minutes. So you can start you can continue your download, and you can come back to the stream, and you can watch what is being told. And once your studio is installed and it is open, you can continue further. Okay, so as we open the studio, first of all, let us see if you are completely beginner to the studio. So what you will do, you need to learn it. So there is a section to learn. So there is a section under the create new section. There is a learn section, and under the learn section there are tutorials available. As you are a completely beginner, so what you can do, you can go to all levels here, and you can select the beginner. So all the beginner tutorials will be available to you. Further, after completing the beginner tutorial, you can go to intermediate and then advanced. So this is how you will learn the SparkAR Studio. You will see how to create multiple better effects, and you will have them involved in your SparkAR. So these are like creating a face tracking effect and these things. So we will be like, I will be showing you some of the effects, and we will create a basic effect. And finally, what we will do, I will show you how to publish it. And let us start now creating our effect. Now coming back to the create new section, on the left, I will click the create new section. And create new section has various templates and also some of the experiences. So the templates are some of the predefined, pre-created templates, and we will not be using templates because there are something that are pre-created for us. But if you want to use templates further while creating an effect, you can use them as well. Okay, so what we will be doing today, we will be starting from very basic, and we will be starting from sharing experience. Now, what sharing experience is, what blank project is, what video calling experience is. So, video calling experiences like AR for real time calls. Suppose if you video call someone on Instagram or video call someone on Messenger, then you can use the effects over there. If it is some of the sharing experience, so now you can see it is available for stories, reels, posts, and messages. So we will be starting with the sharing experience, and if you want to create for both, you can start with the blank project, and you can add both the experiences in there. So we will be starting with sharing experience, and when you click the sharing experience, it will take some time to open a window, and let us wait for our new project to be created, initialized, and open to us. So this is how a complete new SparkAR project will look like. And here we will be starting from very basics. We will be seeing how to proceed with SparkAR. Okay. So this is the by default window that will appear when you just start the SparkAR Studio and open a new project. Now I will tell you some of the shortcuts associated with SparkAR. So I will mention them in the comment section here, and you can see them. Control plus Alt is the first shortcut for zoom, and Control is for rotation, and Alt is for adjustment. I have shared these three different shortcuts in the chat section, and you can see them. And now we will be seeing them in the like live video, and I will be using these shortcuts. So let us use these shortcuts. So first, which I mentioned, Control plus Alt. So I will press the Control and Alt key together, and I will drag from top to bottom. I am dragging from top to bottom, so it is zooming in, and if I drag from bottom to top, it is zooming out. So that depends on you how much you want your this is how the studio will work. Next, which I mentioned was control, and like I'm pressing the control key now, and I am like dragging from top to bottom. dragging my mouse so I can rotate it, and I am making it straight, which is like visible to me very easily. So I am making it straight. And Alt is for adjustment, which I mentioned. So I will press the Alt key, and I can drag it left, right, top, or bottom to make it like position anywhere. So Alt is like then for adjustment or positioning. So I will be using these keys to make it straight. Okay, so these were the three shortcuts that were associated here. And now what next? Okay, so what next? This is also a thing. So next, what we will do, we will add a logo. We will add our logo on the top right corner. So let us see how to add an image, because our logo is an image. So we will be adding an image. So for that, we cannot, like, first of all, we need to know that we cannot directly add an image over here. We can say it as something, and some for adding an image we need to have a background, like we need to have a board, or we need to have something to add the image on. And this thing, it is like completely, it is not there, we can say that. So first of all, what we need to do, I will need to click the add object, and in the add object there is a plane object. So I will click the plane, and I will click insert. So now what has happened, a plane is inserted and it is in the center of the screen. It is in this it is a plane with like red and black and white squares. So, and the red, blue, and green coordinates are appearing out of it. So these are the three different coordinates that are appearing out of it, and we will be seeing about the coordinates. First of all, let us see how to insert the image. So this is the plane is inserted, and on the top of the plane we have to insert the image. So what we will do further, I will go to the properties section, and the properties section is on the right tab where my mouse is hovering. And in the properties section, you will be seeing a material section, and material section has a plus button in front of it. So I will be clicking the plus button, and like we can see a new material, material 0 is created, and the material 0 which is created here is also visible in the asset section, which is on the left bottom corner. So the asset section also has the material 0 button. Now what we have done, we have covered the plane with a material. And now if I select the material here, so what will happen, the material will turn blue, and the properties associated with the material will be shown. So we can see there are multiple properties like color. I can change the color as well of the like the thing. And if I want it to be like green, so I like now the color is green. If I want it to be somewhat less transparent, I can change the opacity. I can make it less transparent or more transparent. That depends on us what we want to do. There are multiple things available in the properties section to do with it. But what actually we wanted was not a green colored material. We wanted a logo. So, or we want to insert an image. So, below the color tab, there is a texture tab, and texture tab has the option to choose a file. So, I will go to the choose file button. I will choose a file. So the menu is opening, and it will prompt me to window. I can go to any file. Suppose I want the Reskill SparkAR logo. So I will go to the Reskill SparkAR logo, and I will insert it. And the logo will be loaded here, and we can see the Reskill SparkAR logo is inserted. But now what? Now the logo is inserted, but the logo is not as I want it to be. It is like very like square kind of thing. I want it to be rectangle, somewhat bit rectangle. So what we will do, I will go to the plane section once again, because plane was the actual property that was adjusting the size. So I will go to the plane. I will select the plane, and the plane will be marked in blue color. And now these three coordinates have appeared in front of us. And these three coordinates, now what these three coordinates will do, like I can click on the coordinate, and I can like move it up, down, if it will move in x direction, y direction, and z direction. So this was about like repositioning it. But what about resizing it? So to resize, what we will do, I will see like there are three different options present on the top center. So on the top center, the third option is for resetting the size, and you can see like the first option was selected and there were triangles at the end of the coordinates. And when we select the third option, there are square at the end of the coordinates. So the square thing means we are resizing. So I will make it like less tall and more wide, so the logo looks perfect. I think now it looks perfect. And I will like go back to the reposition button and I can position it anywhere. Suppose I want it to be positioned here, so I will position it here. So this is how we position like image on our like our effect. And we can even see like here this is the live preview of our effect, and we can see the Reskill SparkAR logo is present in the uh, live preview. Okay, so this is how we added an image. Now let us do one more thing. Let us see some of the topics that are associated with the hackathon, and one of the topic is New Year or Christmas. So we will add some of the gift here as well. Let us add some of the gift, like three. Instead of adding an image, we can also add some of the 3D models, and the 3D models are also provided by the Facebook team, so we need not to worry about them. So what we need to do, I will go to the asset tab, and on the left of the asset tab there is an asset library. I will open the asset library, and we can see AR library has opened, and there is a search button, and I can search for any of the like object that is present. Suppose I want to search for gift, so I will search for gift, and there will be multiple gifts associated here. And I suppose I want to add the gift box. I will click the gift box, and there is an import free button available here. Okay, so import free button, I will click the import free button, and it will be downloaded, and it will take some time. And if you are using the SparkAR Studio for the first time, so you will need to sign in with your Facebook account for once. And once you have signed in with your Facebook account, it will download it for you. Okay, so for like when it is downloaded, it will show the done button over here. Depending on the size of the object as well as depending on the speed of your internet connection, it will take some time. Let us wait for it to download. And if you have any questions like till now, you can ask the questions. Then we will start further once the object has done. Manisha has a question like how to submit my filter effect for review from judges. Manisha, I will be telling you about that as well, and we will be seeing that once we have created our effect. Okay, so now you can see that the done button is available here. So I will click the done button, and like now I can close the AR library. So I have like closed the AR library, and a gift box is added in the asset section here. We can see, but it is not visible on the top of the screen. So why this is happening now? Okay, so what we will do, I will just I will select the gift box, I will click my mouse on it, and I will drag and drop it between the focal distance and the ambient light. I will drag and drop it here. So what will happen? Now the gift box will be visible on my screen, and it will take some time to render. Now it is rendered and is visible on top of my screen. But this gift box has covered the wall of the screen, and it is not clearly visible to me because it is very huge in size. So I want to resize it. And as I previously mentioned, there is an option to resize. I can select this option from here, and like the coordinates have turned to squares, and I can resize it. But as it was a very huge object, so what we will do, we will directly use the resize like numbers, and we can rescale it according to us. So on the like I have selected the gift box, and on the right in the properties section, there is a option of scaling. Scale is 1 1 and 1. 1 represents 100% here, and the box is very large. So what I want the box to be only 5% of its size. So I will choose the number 0.05, which represent 5%, and 0.05 I will choose in x direction, 0.05 in y, and 0.05 in z. So now I can see the boxes automatically resize, and it will take a huge time to resize from 100% to 5% when we are using the resize option here. So that's why we can, if we are like sure about numbers, we can change the position, we can scale it. So we can also use the numbers directly. And now about repositioning. So I will select the gift box, I will go back to the reposition menu, and I can reposition it anywhere on the screen. Suppose I want my gift box to be here, so I can reposition it here, and we can even see how the effect will look like. So this was about something, and we have added some of the static objects. The objects are placed where they are, and they are not moving with the face movement. Okay, so let us create a simple face effect filter as well, and let us track something with the face movement. So what I will do, I will click on the add object button once again, and there is the option of face tracker. So I will select the face tracker, I will click insert, and the face tracker will be inserted. Now let us see the difference. Like, what is the difference when face tracker is inserted? These three coordinates have automatically appeared on top of our screen, and we can see that they are moving in accordance with the head movement. And even in the properties section, the transformation mentions that these are automatically tracked by the face, so we cannot set them. Okay, but we have inserted a face tracker, and nothing is being tracked by it. We cannot see if something is moving, or if something is moving with the face tracker or moving with the face movement. So to align something with a moving object, first of all, what we need a still object. Why we need a still object? Because it is very difficult to align something with a moving object. So there is a pause button on the left of the scene panel. I will use the pause button to pause my video, so my face is not moving. I like you can you also use this button to pause it, and then you can align your objects very easily. Now what I want, let me like see, I want to adjust the Reskill logo, and I want it to appear on top of his head here. And when he moves his head, I also want the Reskill logo to be moved. Like, I have adjusted it. We play the video once again. So what we will see, like, even now the Reskill SparkAR logo is static, and it is not dynamically moving. So I will just pause the video once again. And what I will do now, I will go to the plane. I will select the plane. I will drag and drop it inside the face tracker. Okay, so I am dragging and dropping it inside the face tracker. And now what we will see after dragging it inside the face tracker, that plane will be added as a sub object to the face. So it will now be tracked by the face tracker. And when you do such thing, you are like plane or some of the other object might change its position, so you might need to reposition it. And I have like repositioned it for now. So, and if I click the play button once again, we can see the Reskill SparkAR logo is moving as per the head movement. Okay, this is what you can see, and that is actually happening. So what we have done till now, we have created a basic SparkAR effect. Now about the thing, like this is a basic SparkAR effect that we created. Now further, how to submit the effect and how to make it presentable for the jury members or to the Facebook team, or if you want to share it with your friend, how to do that. So I will go to the file section, and there is a publish button here. I will click the publish button, and a new publish tab will be opened in front of me. Now you can publish it as a new effect if you are creating it for first time, or you can update the existing effect if you are like editing your previously created effect. And you can shoot a demo video like what is showing in the SparkAR Studio. That is optional. It is optional as mentioned here. And for further, when your textures are compressed, it will take some time in compression. You can click the upload button and fill the form which is required by the Facebook team, and your effect ID and your effect link will be provided by the Facebook team once they review it. Okay, and where is the link to get certificate, so you need to first register for the hackathon, which Eduhub team will share with you, and then you can submit it over the hackathon page, and there you can share it. You can someone from the Eduhub team, I request them to come up and make the announcement regarding the registration and the further process. So how they will be getting the certificate and where they need to submit.
So hey everyone, in the I will send a link in the chat box. So you click on the registered link and you can see the dashboard after registration. Here you can see some submission link and many more things, and you have to fill up all the details, and the registration and submission will start. That's the procedure. And if you have any kind of problem, then feel free to contact with us via our Discord channel. We will solve your problem.
Yeah, thank you for today's session, Sahitya. Thank you for a wonderful session, the audience as well. I think we can end the session now, and if you have any announcements, you can make it.
Yeah, Priya, please go ahead and give a thank and some notes to SparkAir.
As such, Bhaiya, there are no such announcements from our side, and I'd like to give you a special thank for taking this session and guiding everyone. It was really a great session with you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.